This podcast is produced by OnPod, a video content studio near you. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we are with Benjamin. Welcome, Benjamin.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us today. So let's jump right in. What makes visual storytelling more powerful than simply just sharing information through video?
That's a good question. What makes visual storytelling
more powerful than simply just sharing information, right?
It's a good one, man. There's a lot that goes into that. Like, sharing of information is, it's information.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I could tell you, I could give you the information on how to get to an address.
Yeah.
Right. Or I could create a time-lapse video of getting to that address with markers that pop up with instructions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you gonna retain for longer?
Definitely the second one.
I know the way my brain works. If I can see something visually, I'm gonna understand it better. I'm going to relate to it more. I'm going to, then when I'm walking that path, I'm gonna see what was in the video. I'm gonna make references. I'm just gonna understand better, right? I don't know if one is I like to say that it's better than just the sharing of information. I mean, they're part and parcel. They go together.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of things that go into that. Like, it's, if you can relate information to people visually, it's going to have more impact. People are going to retain it longer. They're going to form a connection to it. And it also, if you're putting yourself on camera or if you're putting your brand on camera, you become the expert automatically.
Yeah.
Right?
And I say this to all my clients that do podcasting. It's like, you're automatically the expert.
Yeah. So people are going to naturally believe you, for lack of a better term. And
good and bad,
Yeah. I don't want to go down that road, but we're seeing a lot of that play out in media these days, right? It's like people giving uninformed opinions about things they know very little about. But yet they're on a visual medium, and we associate that with expertise and power, and people knowing what they're talking about, regardless as to whether they actually do or not.
Yeah. When we talk about like storytelling, do you see a lot of common mistakes from most brands and creators when they tell their story on camera?
Do I see a lot of mistakes?
Or things that could be improved? Like I remember, I think I for me, I remember seeing, like, it's not today, but when you saw the car ads and it was John, the owner, that was like on camera.
Yeah.
I think that was maybe pretty bad, but
that's actually, that's a really good example. Sometimes the owner of a business should not be the public facing face of a business. Just because you know all the information doesn't mean that you're going to come across well on camera. There's a reason why people are actors. There's a reason why people are paid to provide these messages for brands. It's because it's not easy to do. It's not necessarily natural to convey information, connect with an audience through a camera. I would. It's similar to if you've ever listened to like an audiobook.
Yeah.
And it's the author reading it.
Yeah.
And after 5 minutes or less, you're like, I can't. The person is clearing their throat every 3 minutes. They just don't sound good. They're not enunciating or pronouncing their words. There's a reason why voiceover actors exist.
Yeah.
Right? It is a skill. I would say that's a good example. I always hesitate to say people are making mistakes when they're representing their brands, because at the end of the day, they're their brands. I do think sometimes people can do things better. I think maybe the one thing that gets overlooked is that, and it's not necessarily a mistake. It's maybe just not understanding the medium entirely. But it's people don't necessarily understand who they're speaking to. They don't know their audience.
Yeah.
And I see I get a lot of requests for videos like this. They just want flash, right? They want that sizzle, and that's great.
Yeah.
But the chances that somebody's going to connect with your brand just because something's blowing up on screen is very, very low.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably, not to say that it's a mistake, but I think it's something that people aren't necessarily understanding fully, is that you need to connect with people on an emotional level. You know, I'm only going to watch a burger sizzle so many times.
Right? Yeah.
Every burger is a burger sizzling on a grill.
Yeah.
But tell me why I want to eat it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What's the story behind it?
Yeah.
And you know, you're totally right with the audiobook. Like, I listen to a lot of audiobook, and sometimes I listen to the start of it and I'm like, I really dislike this voice.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this for 2-3 hours. Like, it's, you know, and versus some other ones, you're like, wow, this voice is great. Like, I can like not fall asleep to this voice, but it's a good voice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference.
Just to go a little bit deeper on that, I think that's also I think it is something that is overlooked again, is the sound. The quality of the audio of your video is arguably more important than the quality of your video.
Yeah.
People will turn off bad sound.
Yeah, 100%. What's the first step you tell like someone who wants to build their brand through video? Like, where do they start?
Where do they start? Well,
Yeah.
they can call me. I mean,
Get a video, yeah. But like, I think a lot of people are sometimes either scared to get on camera or scared to maybe not jump on video, or maybe they're old school and they don't do a lot of video. I mean, we're not in the press era still, but
yeah,
like,
I think that's less and
you know,
less.
I think a lot of people should have video. But yeah, where did they start with video? Should they just start and get onto video and then?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or what's the first? I mean, yeah, the first step is maybe to get the right story.
Yeah, I mean, I think if somebody's starting with video, I think maybe the thing that they need to understand is like not to be afraid of it, right? And not to worry about the quality of the equipment that they're using. You know, we're in an age now where a fairly affordable camera does a pretty nice job.
Yeah.
For certain levels of content, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's always been a barrier in the past, and I think some people still have that sort of, you know, they may want to start in video, but they don't have the technical understanding or the technical knowledge of how to do it. Everybody has a smartphone now. You know, push come to shove, you can record content on your phone. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I think just try it, see how it goes, and then when it doesn't, call a professional.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's important to get started and do some videos, right? Like, get out there, and not care so much of how you look, how you sound, and all that stuff. It's good to, you know, become the expert basically.
Yeah.
And then later on, yes, you keep growing, you come to a studio or you hire a professional, and then you bring the brand up with I think stronger storytelling, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's different levels of content, right? I mean, there's different levels of the quality of it. There's different levels of how in depth it goes. There's different levels of, you know, the emotional connection that you can make with your audience. And there's the day-to-day content, right, that you can capture on your phone, and then and then there's the bigger pieces that you really want to have make lasting impact, right?
Yeah. Quality and
those are probably not things that you're going to do on your phone.
No.
So there's, you know, that's part of it, I think, is understanding the different levels of video, because it's all encompassing now, right? It's such a massive part of marketing, of a brand, uh, of just our daily lives. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who goes, a full hour without consuming some sort of video
Yeah.
content.
It's pretty
right?
bad. Eh?
Is
That's
it?
good. Like, I don't
I don't
know.
know that it is bad. I mean, I think
Good.
if we talk to our, like if we talk to boomers, they'd say, "Oh, that's terrible. Your
Yeah,
attention
yeah,
is so sporadic and everywhere." But it is a way of connecting with people. It is a way of understanding your world.
yeah.
I don't know that it's a bad thing.
It's good for communication, I think.
Yeah,
Like I use a lot of Loom videos, so which basically screen record and records myself, and it's good for just quick communication.
sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Um, so you work in both post production and cinematography. How do those two world inform each other?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this so many times throughout my career. I think every person who considers themselves to be a director of photography or videographer, camera operator, whatever, should understand editing and the post-production process, but particularly editing and how a piece gets cut together, because that's going to inform how you shoot things, how you film them. Vice versa, I think anybody in the post-production world, anybody who's an editor, should have experience shooting in the field to know what it is that we go through in order to capture those images. Right? I mean, and it's the age old battle of production versus post-production. And it's a friendly battle.
You often
mostly.
hear, "Look, we'll fix it in post," and then the post guy is like, "No."
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that my name has been cursed more than a few times in a post-production suite
for sure,
across the city. But the best shooters are editors, and the best editors are shooters. Plain and simple. I like myself. I don't do as much post-production as I do as I do camera work. But I have a
camera work's more fun.
Depends.
So.
I think, yeah,
But
I
some
think so. It
people
depends
like
on the
editing.
personality. It depends on the person. I know some editors who absolutely hate shooting. And you couldn't paint
stuff.
You couldn't. Well, they have to carry stuff. They they have to interact with clients. They have to be outside of four walls in a dark room, eating their gummy bears.
So that's my life sometimes.
I'm just
it's a very good descriptive.
Stereotyping.
That's so
stereotyping
true.
editors pretty hard, but
yeah,
it's a love-hate relationship for sure. But yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's all part of the same process, right?
Yeah.
So they have to be involved.
Yeah.
And it's like anything else. The more that you know about the process, the better you are.
Yeah.
But I think that's the one line that always sums it up: is every editor should be a shooter, and every shooter should be an editor.
Yeah, it's funny because I've shot little TV shows and stuff like that for Bell, and I would say I'm not the best in the world. Like I don't see myself as the best. Like I can do it well, but it's funny because I shoot and direct when you do everything, which is not always great, but it is what it is. But when I shoot and direct, and I've changed this, but at the beginning of my career, I often shot exactly where I wanted. Like I knew exactly how to edit this. I could edit the show in like an hour.
Yeah.
Not fully, like not polished, but because I shot everything like very directional in a sense, interview this, interview that, B-roll for this, like very, very blocky.
Yeah.
But then the story wasn't as good,
Right.
because it was so I was planning my interviews to be this length, to fit in that,
Right.
So that can be, obviously I've improved this, and now I shoot a lot more less directional in a sense.
Yeah.
But you're right where the editing and the shooting really comes together, and if you know both, you can shoot it way better for the editor, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So how can a small business create high quality content without a big budget? You have any tips for that?
They can't.
That's good. That's so true. Mm,
I mean, that's not. I'm making fun a little bit. It's not 100% true.
yeah.
But I mean, define a small business, right?
Right. Yeah, that's it. Right.
Is this the mom and pop shop, or is it a company of 100 people?
Yeah.
Um, and define high quality.
Yeah, yeah, and also
Like,
define, small budget, right?
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variables there. I mean, some people would think that a $25,000 budget is a small budget,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not huge.
Yeah.
But for small budget for some people is like $5,000. Small
Yeah.
budget for some other people is $500.
Yeah. And I feel a lot of
Um,
people think this is like so simple and easy because of the technology advancement, right? You got
yeah,
your phone, oh well, you could shoot this on the phone, it should be easy.
yeah.
But that's not really the work. Like it's everything else, right? Right?
Yeah, it's not like the technology is such a small part of it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like once upon a time, you had to have very highly qualified technicians running your cameras because they were, it was like the equivalent of driving a Ferrari. Like if something went
Mm-hmm.
wrong, you needed to know how to repair it and repair it quickly. And it wasn't always easy. Cameras now are very accessible.
Yeah.
So that, and they put out a very high quality. So it's not like I remember a time when everybody was selling videos on, oh, it's 4K, the high quality 4K, UHD.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It
matter.
really doesn't matter.
I can't,
So
yeah.
so it's not about like what a client is paying for is not the quality of my equipment.
No.
They're paying for my ability to convey their message into and their vision into something that people will understand and connect with. Right.
Mm-hmm.
My job, yes, is to create images and to put it all together. But what I'm really here for is to help you understand what it is you're trying to say
Yeah.
and say it in a way that people will understand and want to ask you questions about it and engage with you.
Yeah. And what's a good way to make the message stick? Like certainly for like an ad, right? Somebody's creating an ad and you
Mhm.
see a lot of bad ads out there that really there's no there's no message, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there a good way to like how do you do it to make sure that the message is there, or what's your approach on ads, basically like video ads?
It's simple. It's you have to form an emotional connection with people. That's if you want somebody to remember you, you either have to make them laugh or you have to make them cry. You have to
Interesting.
make them
Oh,
feel
that's
something.
interesting.
If they don't feel anything, it's on to the next. They're not gonna understand. They're not gonna empathize. They're not gonna identify with who you are and what your service or your offering is. Plain
Yeah.
and simple.
Yeah. That makes sense.
If you can make them do both in the same video, even better.
Not easy.
And
Right?
and I don't mean for that to sound like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
manipulative.
No,
Right?
no,
I mean,
for
it is
sure.
marketing, and
It
there is a
is, yeah.
certain part of marketing that is manipulation.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of life.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening to us at every minute of every day now.
Yeah.
But if you can make somebody, that's that saying again. But if you can connect with somebody through a very genuine experience, or that's sort of that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
It's not to pretend to be something that you're not or that your brand's not, and really to form that connection with somebody through, for lack of another term, through authenticity. You have to be truthful to your message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Like, what's one storytelling habit or approach that a creator could use like this week to be more impactful in his videos? Any ideas?
Knowing your message, knowing your audience. When you if you're if you're gonna fire up your phone and speak speak to it and capture yourself in order to put out some sort of message to your audience, know who it is that you're speaking to,
Yeah.
and know what it is that you want to say. Because if you're rambling, like I tend to be, right?
Yeah, it's a podcast.
People people will inevitably disengage.
Yeah, we'll tune out.
And if they don't feel like you're speaking to them, same thing. They're gonna tune out. So know who it is you're speaking to. And there's part of that also that's, like when we just have natural conversations throughout our days, throughout our lives, like I don't engage with my partner the same way as I engage with my parents, right? I don't speak with a client the same way that I do to my brother. And quite literally, like the tone of my voice will change, the words that I use will change. I'm not speaking to you right now the way that I would, as soon as this microphone's turned off.
Yeah, exactly.
So all of these factors influence how we communicate with people. So that's part of it. Like visualize who it is that you're speaking to.
Yeah.
That will change the way that you approach your message.
That makes sense. So to wrap it up, where can we reach you if people want to work with you? Is LinkedIn the best way?
Yeah, LinkedIn's great. You can look me up on LinkedIn. You can also connect on Instagram.
Yeah.
Email, all those places. Yeah.
Cool. We'll add those links into the descriptive.
Yeah,
and thanks for coming. Thanks for the conversation. And this was great.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.